In this video, I'm putting the Insta360 smartphone gimbal to the test to see whether or not I just wasted $209. Being a solo creator isn't easy. You have to try to record yourself, making sure you're in frame and in focus, and that all can be challenging. I've used smartphone gimbals in the past, and ultimately I wasn't happy with them. If it had tracking, it wasn't very good. The stabilization could be hit and miss. But the Insta360 Flow piqued my curiosity, and they really emphasized their tracking ability, so I figured, why not give it a shot? Maybe it can fix two of my biggest problems, staying in frame and the ability to add additional movement to my videos. What better way to test the gimbal stabilization than with a trail run? Here I'm using the ultra wide lens. Then I switched to the wide lens. Here I use the 3x telephoto lens. I see a big difference with the telephoto lens. There is a lot of movement. The iPhone's front camera is okay, but I want to use the best available camera, so I'm shooting the entire video using the much better back camera. I'm able to do that because the auto tracking keeps me in frame. The fact that I can't see myself isn't an issue. You can automatically turn on auto tracking and start recording by raising your palm. Your camera's flash will blink 3 times, letting you know it has started recording. Raise your palm again to stop recording, the flash will blink twice. I use the underslung grip right here, putting my phone about an inch above the ground for a little shot variety. I'm happy with the flow stabilization. Getting stable running video is tough, especially on a trail with rocks, roots, and ruts, not to mention the steep climbs and descents. After comparing the wide and ultra wide lenses again, I think using the ultra wide is the best choice. Now it's time to test the auto tracking from a distance. It takes 2 attempts, but the software picks me up. It's even able to track me when I'm behind the branches. It loses me when I go behind the tree, but continues to look for me and quickly picks me back up when I come back. I'm pretty impressed, but it didn't recognize my hand gesture and stopped the recording. The auto tracking on my other smartphone gimbal wasn't able to track me this well, but I'm not totally convinced, so I have more tests to come. The auto tracking does a good job here also. It continues to track me about 25 feet down the trail through the branches. I also tested out the time shift, aka hyperlapse feature. The slow motion works well too. On this channel, I share the latest camera news, reviews, and how-tos. Like and subscribe to learn how to get the most out of your camera. Most of the time the gesture control worked well, except for this time. I eventually had to pick up the gimbal and raise my palm from about a foot away to get it to work. I was also impressed with the gimbal's battery. I had it on the entire time I was shooting the video, about 3 hours, and it still had 3/4 of the battery left. I upped the difficulty with this shot. I went about 30 feet away behind trees and bushes, and the software was able to find me. The Deep Track 3.0 software is legit. In addition to auto tracking, there is auto zoom. I'm walking away from the picnic table down the trail and the camera zooms in on me as I walk away. I filmed this whole video so far using my iPhone's back cameras, but I also wanted you to be able to see what the quality is like of the front camera and the tracking that it has. So it also has the auto tracking. Now I can say that the front facing auto tracking isn't as good as the back cameras. You can only get about 6 feet away before it starts to lose you, but it still does a great job, especially if you're just doing a handheld vlog. The camera's only going to be a foot and a half away from you anyways. The auto tracking does a good job keeping you in the center of the frame, but you can use the joystick to move yourself over to the left or the right side, and it will continue to track you but keep you on the side of the frame that you pick, which allows you to play with your composition a little bit. I'm really happy with how well the Flow did this morning. To learn more about its settings and features, check out this video here.